What a beautiful Canadian summer's day here. I've got my igloo all nice and ready for this evening, and I'm awaiting this week's gaming news from down south, eh? Just waiting to see an... Oh, there's Roger now. Roger, hey, over here. Oh, thanks, Roger. See you next week. Okay, let's see what it says here. Oh, it says that Super Mario 3D World has come out for the Wii U. Oh, that's great news. Oh, and look, it's only 3 years too late. Oh, my Yes Guy Gaming YouTube channel will really benefit from this. I better go review this. Okay, so we're talking about Super Mario 3D World. Now, I know I'm really late on reviewing this game, but if you've been watching my podcast, Video Games, you know that I just got a new Wii U. So I'm trying out all the new Wii U games, and I'm just going to let you guys know some of my thoughts. So the most recent game I played is Super Mario 3D World. This game is a 3D platformer in the same kind of style that the old Mario games used to be in, but this time in 3D. It's pretty standard Mario formula. You can play across, 8 to 10 levels through 8 to 10 worlds, and as you work your way through the castles, saving somebody at each castle, defeating bosses, until you get to the final Bowser and defeat him and then win the game. As well, they've added a bunch of new power-ups and levels and different things that you can add in with the Wii U motion controls, as well as the things that the 3D will let you do. For example, there's levels where, you'll have to progress through three-dimensionally and jump from one side of the screen deep into the other, or come back, or, exploring the level in different ways that you haven't been able to in previous Mario games. As well, with the motion controls, you can do things like use the touch screen to move different things on the screen to help you progress, or you can even blow on it to have enemies be flown back from the power of your breath. Different things like that you have never been able to do in Mario platformers before. Speaking of things I couldn't do before, in the second level of World 1, if you grab a Koopa shell and go into this little cove here and line it up just right, then toss the shell and then jump, this happens. You keep doing your thing, Luigi. We'll check back with you in a bit. The level design will feel really familiar to those of you who have played Mario platformers in the past. You'll progress through the various amount of worlds, first the grass world, then to a desert, then ice, then another desert, mountains, all sorts of the standard Mario, Mario levels you'll progress through, and these are all, even despite the 3D, they all end up feeling fairly similar to levels that you may have played in past previous Mario games, just with the added three-dimensionality to them. The level design was probably my least favorite aspect of this game, one that I was actually kind of disappointed in. I was hopeful that, with the three-dimensionality added, the developers could kind of add some new and interesting techniques to progressing through this level. And while there are some things that they have done that make this game quite exciting at times, it's extremely limited. For the most part, you'll be going through the levels in the same way. The unique aspects are only kind of, pushed in just at little moments. I'm hoping that nobody gets too, upset by them. Hope that nobody likes them. But some of them were really good. Still going. This might take a while. The one major addition that really benefits this genre of games is the addition of the multiplayer, allowing players to play with 3 of their friends at the same time on the same screen. It makes these games so fun. Having your friends come in and playing, you can play cooperatively, trying to help each other using the abilities of throwing your teammates around or helping them through the spin jump in the air. You can use it to cooperate together to move through the game, or if you want, you can have a competitive experience where you're really trying to compete to see who can get the best score and end the level with the first place crown. There are a few levels spaced sporadically throughout the game as well that really become so much better with the addition of the multiplayer. For example, in the first world, when you jump on that dinosaur and you slide down the waterfall, if you're playing with multiple people, your movements will only be effective if they're all coordinated at the same time. So this will cause some hilarious situations where you're playing with friends, yelling at each other, no, left, no, right, oh, jump now, oh, what are you doing? It just makes for a hilarious and fun interactive gameplay, which I really appreciated. The success that the multiplayer brings to the game and helping it be a lot more fun when playing with other people actually hurts the game's single player. I found that when I was playing by myself, I wasn't having nearly as much fun, and through about the first 4 to 5 worlds of this game, I was just grinding through, trying to beat these levels that, in my opinion, were much too easy. By myself, there was no added fun of having my friends around to fool around with, so I'm just trying to get through to the end of the level to get to some challenging and interesting levels, which, for the most part of the game, probably 75% of the game, there were none of them.
Luigi is unstoppable. Yes, got it. 3 crown lives. What does that even mean?
Coming up with a final verdict for Super Mario 3D World is actually really tough. The game performs so well when you're playing with friends, whether they're Mario fans or not. It can sometimes actually be more fun when you're playing with inexperienced platforming players because you can help them and there's added challenges that will come up with that unique situation. Or even playing with experienced Mario players and competing against each other can be really fun. But the single player aspects to me just are so underwhelming. Even though you're playing the same levels, they end up being boring and you feel like you're missing your friends there. Which is too bad because the essence, the roots of where Mario came from were single player platforming experiences. And I just feel like that wasn't really a huge part of this game. Which is okay, but I really would have liked the single player to feel a lot more like it did in the past. So for that reason, my final verdict for Super Mario 3D World is a 6 out of 10. It's a good game. It's fun with other people, it's okay by yourself, and there's some hours of fun to be had with this game, especially if you have a lot of friends to play with. Well, that's it for Super Mario 3D World. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you like what you see. I want to thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you next time on Yes Guy Gaming.